Welcome to Loleventvods. Watch the full game of today's LTA 2025 matchup.
GP is great. He can play the Rumble. He's fantastic on Cassante. I'd love to see him add in more things like the Scion as well that we've seen, Whippo bring out. A lot of people obviously, looking towards that pick as well, especially all those Los Ratones fans.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm also looking at like jungle pool here. Umpty, the most famous champions, 3 most famous Umpty champions from last year, Maokai, Sejuani, and Stunner. And those are all banned here this time as well. So probably will be more of a bruiser duelist type jungle for them this time around.
Yeah, Zig's taking off the table. Cassante is going to be a Jace first pick here for C9, which I do think could go both mid and top. Rumble, another carry that I do really like here for Impact, would make some sense, especially early on. Last time they couldn't really go towards the Rumble because they already had that tank jungle and they had that AP mid, which would just be a Merc Tread City over on the other side. So Rumble is going to get locked down. And I'm interested to see what setup they do grab for it because, we do really need someone to kind of lock you down in that equalizer.
Yeah, definitely do need some more CC to go with. Vi has some CC. Point and click plus fills the AD role here.
So Flowers has been telling me, he's been passing out Vi cards, but I think as a longtime jungler, you can pass out those as well. Does Umpty have the Vi card? Are you happy to see it?
Currently, the only jungler in the league, I think, that has it. Well, actually, Contracts probably has one holdover from beating G2 with it.
Okay.
That was really.
That's just like a lifetime induction.
Yeah, that's for life. I think the other jungler that has one currently is Inspired.
Yeah.
We will evaluate Umpties.
Everyone else
game.
Are provisional Vi.
Yeah,
provisional Vi users.
As long as you don't ult and then get flashed under a tower. That's a good starting point.
Okay.
Kai'Sa here, though, interesting because everyone always thinks of it with dive comps, but they have it with a Jace, and you can get into the poke build later, too.
Just much later,
to have a lot of poke there, so a couple of options, and they opt for the Xin Zhao dueling into it. Blabber always has been a really big fan of that one.
It'll be interesting here, because if I'm TL, I'm thinking about how there's a really heavy lack of engage over on the C9 side, and maybe thinking about, drafting some of that engage right now, and then pinching it in the pool, or, you draft your AD carry here, and then you kind of ban a couple of those supports and then take it. They are going to do what I said first, and so I now really think, hey, you just ban away a couple of these hard engage supports, really try to put Vulcan down on a lower tier of engage, because you do kind of need that for what they've drafted so far.
And in particular, you're kind of doing one step ahead, where you see a Kai'Sa, and so you'll think match with Kai'Sa is usually Rel.
Yep.
So we'll pick the Alistar ahead of time. So we pre-counter you already.
Aha.
So yeah, pre-countered plus the Fearless has already taken the Nautilus and the Pantheon out. So some of those options here to already whittle down on that pool.
If you were in the draft, would you still want to leave Rel up, or would you just be like, nah, we have the Alistar, who cares?
Yeah, I think it's a we have the Alistar, who cares.
Okay. Well, Sylas going to be banned out. That's pretty much a must ban when you do already have an Alistar. Alistar, Rumble, Vi, those are all good ults, but Alistar is one of the S tier, makes it OP champions.
And the Poppy as well. Vulcan definitely can play the support Poppy there into it. So I think those bans ended up being really, really good.
And now I wonder if it's going to be a Zai ban here, because they already banned the Ezreal. You want to take away safe AD carries. If you're taking away the Ezreal, to me, you are looking to get a little bit aggressive with your last picks, but instead it will be the Galio ban here, potentially expecting that to come through. That's pretty interesting, because they're thinking, hey, Galio mid could be coming through. Well, Galio traditionally seen as the Rumble counter, so...
Core JJ has spammed it. I remember going into last Worlds, I was so excited for it so many times. He was spamming in solo queue. So
I had a really funny chat with Core where he was saying, yeah, I was convinced Galio support, it's super good. It's going to be great. I played 50 games of it. My conclusion, it's worse than Alistar in every way, which is what he's playing this game.
Zeri, the pairing with it. Okay, so they have a lot of scaling carry here available to them.
I remember when Zeri first got released, Jan was one of the ones I saw the most ridiculous early clips on. This guy
I remember that one, and I remember Tactical, too.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely known for it. It is going to be the Rakan grabbed up as their form of hard engage. So they won't be going in towards the Rel. Not like in that matchup, as you pointed out. And we're just now waiting for, is this going to be a mid Jace or a top? I'm assuming it's top, so we are looking for a mid lane pick.
Looking
they need some
squishy.
AP, and it is going to be Aurora. So definitely squishy. A lot of pick, I will say, though, here, with the Recon, with the Aurora, the ability to set up some of these plays, set up some of these engages. And it's not a very tanky team over on the other side either. So they have some pretty good targets. Really, everyone except the Alistar, has the potential to get picked out here.
Yeah, let's see. You need something to kind of bring it all together. They're going to go Victor into the Aurora. Some pretty good range on Victor with the laser, of course, but doesn't have any dashes or escapes for himself. So, Aurora, Pincer on him, Recon, a lot of pressure can be put on him. I just really value the Alistar and Vi combination in this game because Cloud9 have so many targets that are so squishy and can get picked off. I think there's a huge amount of variance in this game that depends on the Alistar and the Vi play.
Yeah, fully agree. I mean, Jace, Aurora, Kaisa, all fantastic targets. So it's not one of those games where you have to fight through everyone to get to your only target, like you're saying. So many targets of opportunity, which could really open the door here. And if MT can have another good game on the Vi, I think that would really start to get some people back in his corner.
All right, Cloud9. They need to bounce back in this game to push us to another game 3 if we're going to be able to get one here. Back-to-back 3-game series would be the dream. Make it really exciting.
Let's go for the 11-game weekend.
Sure, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Sign me up.
All right, it's agreed.
All right, Loki, I think there's a lot of potential here. An Aurora plus a Xin Zhao combination definitely can be deadly. And has a lot of room to roam around in this game. So we'll see. Vulcan here on the Recon, of course, going to be one of the ones to set up some of the plays for them. But really do think a lot pivots on mid-jungle for Cloud9's success in this game.
Yeah, definitely agree. I mean, what do you think about whose top side do you like more? If we're thinking about like fights around Grubs or any of those early skirmishes, because level 6, you think, well, Aurora as well as Xin really strong, but on the other side you've got Equalizer, you've got Vi combo. Both look pretty loaded.
I like first Grubs for Cloud9 side for Jace for Thanatos. For second Grubs, definitely more dicey because when Vi has ultimate, like you're saying, when Rumble has ultimate, like you're saying, even Victor ultimate. There's definitely a lot more potential. But I would say first Grubs before the level 6s, definitely the Cloud9 side.
Wait, so this is actually really funny. So APA types nervous Loki, and then I look over at our screen, and APA is not even looking at his monitor, he's just staring straight at Loki, and Loki types, don't look me, can't focus.
He's got him with the death stare across the stage.
The mustache diff, he's really got him locked down.
That thing is powerful.
It is powerful, and Kangas is going to lose his tomorrow because he lost the bet.
Oh no, he's going to lose half his power.
He's going to lose all his power.
Oh, well.
It's all in that mustache.
I guess we'll have to pick him back up off the ground after that then.
I'll have to start growing. Maybe Raz can help him out. It could be a tag team effort,
Raz is going nowhere near a mustache.
Oh, man. Well, it's definitely going to be a fun one here. TL looking to try to close this one out if they can. C9 going to try to be battling back. Has been a pretty exciting day thus far here of LTA action down in Sao Paulo. And we got even more in store because, of course, the finals are tomorrow. It is going to be a best of 5 Fearless here, our first of the split in the LTA. I've been looking forward to that all split long. I really can't wait. And you can see TL, had a bit of a tough start to the year. They were nearly eliminated by Esports as Strawl. They didn't get up into that second place tiebreaker. They had some stumbles. Even in some of their wins, there were some moments where people were like, you know what? They're just not looking the same. They are kind of struggling. Look at the mustache poster.
The mustache squad is here.
He knows what's up. He knows it's the...
They're gaining power in numbers.
Can you grow a good mustache, Kobe?
I can actually. I have never wanted to. Not once.
I remember the co-beard.
Yeah.
You brought in the co-beard a while ago.
I know because my brother grew a massive, insane beard super easily.
Oh.
And so then, yeah.
Did you have beard envy? Did you have to one-up him?
Nah. Because when I did it, I was like, I don't really like. It's just scratchy. I don't like the feeling. So,
fair enough.
Yeah, I never once wanted to do a mustache. Maybe in the future or something, but not early on. So I wanted to mention that TL the Umpty did a defensive jungle ward early that saw Cloud9 move in when they got their blue buff ward down. Sometimes you can like use the information your opponents have that you know they have against them, but he didn't care, just doing a regular old clear anyways. You know, just Vi clearing up towards top side actually instead. So wants to keep Thanatos in check a little bit, but Cloud9, because they invested so many deep early wards here, they have full vision and exact timing on tracking Umpty heading up to top side.
Yeah, you can see this little battle back and forth here. APA has done a good job of just being able to backstep on these E's and Q's coming through from Loki, but trading heavily now. APA getting him very low. And you can see Thanatos pushing up on top side and bot side. It is C9 pushing in. And we had that little motion graphic talking about some of the struggles from TL, but we also then have to point out, you know, obviously had a great game. Spawn comes back. They're able to win game number 1, looking strong there. And I feel like, you know, if they come out and Spawn returns and they just win the whole thing.
Spawn's legend is
Spawn's also got him where he wants him. He's like, you can't let me go.
Yes. The legend of Coach Spawn is growing day by day.
Maybe he needs to grow a mustache and then they'll win Worlds.
Oh my. That's too much power. Too much power for one man.
Too many mustaches? Okay.
Yeah, and too many mustaches.
Do they like siphon power off each other, you know?
No, that's why I'm scared, because they just multiply.
Okay.
I actually think it's like logarithmic.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
Terrifying stuff.
Exponential growth here as a Blabber hovers mid, but probably not much he would be able to do here towards APA. And since APA does have a ward bottom side, he can easily hover that side of mid lane, no problem. I mean, the Victor changes, you know, the nice little busts when they arcane evolved him, basically, were super nice.
It was no longer Victor, it was Victor from Arcane.
Yeah, exactly. Victor from Arcane is a different beast.
Oh, yeah.
Nice shield, stun is better, ult is better. Quite nice for him. So we'll see, as currently there is another deep ward tracking Umpty. Cloud9 have been diligent in their vision. They have a ward up on the Gromp, and they're also going to have Blabber down here.
Yeah, and we'll see if Core is going to be in some trouble. Nice little chunk there from Cloud9's bot lane. And Vulcan has been quite good at actually just hitting his Qs nonstop. And every single time you hit one, it's such a health positive trade. You get the heal on both of you. You're able to get that chunk down. We do see Core going back to base. Yon is going to stay around, though. Don't think C9 are looking for any sort of a dive or anything anyway, so he should just be fine. They will lose out on tempo a little bit, but Core is going to be heading out towards mid lane for now. And we'll see if he can find any sort of an angle to make something happen.
Yeah, I want that timing on that Raptor ward. Is that thing about to... No, it's plenty of life left on that one. So these wards through the jungle, they would see if Core went mid, but he's currently going top instead.
Ooh, the sneaky Core JJ roam top. Thanatos is pretty far up there. Is going to spot him on the ward now. We'll see if he has time to run. Flash forward there from Impact. Does hit him with the Electro Harpoon. Slows him down again. I don't think Thanatos is getting out of this one. Even if you flash, Core is going to be there to follow. He has the Q to do it. The Ignite goes up, and they're going to grab first blood. Great roam from Core JJ to the top lane.
It's actually so cool. Cloud9 spend the entire 5.5 minutes of this game fully warding Umpty, always on vision.
Forgot about the second jungler.
Wards, yeah, more wards in the jungle, more wards over and over. But Core JJ, Alistar path up to the top side, really nicely done, and then nicely executed too, because you know, as soon as Core got into the tri-brush, Impact was like, okay, as long as I flash to land the harpoon slow, he can't get away.
Yep, and Umpty is now here. It's a rinse and repeat. We'll see if he can get out. Umpty elects not to go for it because Cloud9, they do know members are in the area. Vulcan is here. Loki was threatening to move up, and Blabber sitting there over the wall. But Core JJ is here, down a flash. Thanatos trading aggressively with Impact. Both top laners down their flash. Vulcan is here to cover. In goes Core JJ with the Hex Flash. Tries to actually knock him up, but can't hit it. Now the Equalizer is there and ready. Blabber's coming in, as is Umpty. Doesn't look like any side wants to fully commit to the fight, but Thanatos getting about as good as he took. Chunking down Core pretty low there, as both of these bot laners just kind of 1v1ing bot side.
Yeah, Core immediately starts chugging potions, as does Thanatos and Vulcan here. They're going to start it up. Look at mid lane. Aurora has control of mid lane. So
is coming.
If you've got Loki ultimate there on Aurora and positioning, it makes it a little bit dicey. Umpty and Core, though, after pushing top lane with Impact here, Rumble ultimate ready to rip.
We'll see.
1 health!
Oh, man, 1 health. That is going to be frustrating. Blabber walks it out. And that Equalizer Core still on cooldown, but Thanatos is going to be able to go back towards top side. They had pushed in both those soul lanes. At least they do get one, so they're not going to give over the whole pack. Would have loved to grab 2. 1 health definitely sucks. They are going to potentially look for a dive here on Thanatos, though. Everyone from TL is around. They're going to stop him with the Electro Harpoon. Do they go for it? Umti is now 6, and he's going to face check. There's the Hex Flash forward from Core. He's just got to tank this up, but Core may be going down. Thanatos gets one back. Not bad. Umti taking a shot is going to survive. Those heated up towers are nothing to mess with. At least it is just the 1 kill, and they deny some of the farm here. Impact comes away with both of the kills from the action on top side. He's feeling great.
Yeah, he certainly is. Team Liquid very happy with the pace of this game as well. They got the extra grubs. You know, they only give over a level 4 Alistar kill in payment for Thanatos dying and the minion wave being at tower. Very nice little denial there from them too. Cloud9, of course, they get their compensation though, their consolation prize.
They say you can't put a price on life, but you just did. Core JJ's worth less than that of Thanatos.
Yeah, level 4 Alistar going down. It's okay. Thanatos going down with no teleport, and he's looking at those minions dying at his tower.
That's the saddest thing, man. When you're watching those go down. Blabber gonna have to use the Crescent Guard to knock that cow away. It's now a level 5 Alistar.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse you.
Yeah, so we'll see if that dragon payment actually ends up being something too, because that certainly is a payment as well. With Blabber being able to grab that one. Now with no ultimate, slightly less threatening in some of the duels, but honestly still definitely a powerhouse. And we'll have another just like full bot side up to top side clear here. You would imagine for both junglers, and that spells pain for Thanatos.
Yeah, Impact overheating, getting the full combo down there on Thanatos. The early tabbies, plus has the Faded Ashes. Definitely going to be annoying here for Thanatos. And when you get behind as this tank Jace, you are kind of useless.
I actually love this from APA and Umti here, because Core JJ gave them the info, hey, I just combo Blabber, I got his ultimate down on bottom side, and he's heading to Krugs now. So during that time, slip in, steal away a little bit, and don't let him just go into the relax, re-full clear, re-full clear.
Oh, Core JJ Hex flashing in, and Sven is in a world of hurt. Does ulti out, gets the safety, nicely positioned there. A good bit of pressure, does cost him the ignite, but Sven now too low to probably stay around here, because Core could just threaten the wrap. So it's not just the trade of Summoner for ulti, it's the loss of minions. It's as well this plate, and maybe even going to be an interrupt, but looks like Core didn't go all the way for it.
Honestly, yeah, that is a huge support win right there, because Vulcan went up to the top side. Core JJ, he gave the team information on Blabber and the timing and his whereabouts. So Umti was able to steal away blue. And even though Vulcan goes top to like protect topside play, there's nothing for him to do there.
Yeah.
And so who ends up paying the price? Sven, the AD carry on bottom side, as you say, getting pushed off.
Tough life.
Yeah, it's the classic.
Yeah.
AD carry pays the price right there. Meanwhile, TL, they did as much as they wanted to do on the top side anyway, so they didn't really suffer for Vulcan roaming up there.
How many level 4 Alistars is one level 7 Kaisa worth?
I mean, if Core JJ is piloting the Alistar, it bumps it up, but yeah,
Okay.
That's
some premium beef right there.
You're still not meeting the same
It's
value.
like a Wagyu cow right there.
Yeah.
He's looking juicy.
But even then, it only bumps it up to like a third.
Okay, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see though. Sven now kind of waiting on his ultimate. He also doesn't have his flash, so his life got a little bit painful. That's why he's parking in mid lane, where it is nice and safe.
Yep, you can see Impact shoving up down on that bot side. They're putting Loki here on the Aurora up against them. It did go for those early armor boots, so of course that's not going to be too effective there against Loki, and Loki should have that better matchup in the 1v1. C9 is around in the area, clearly doesn't want to give over the grubs for free, but it just feels like TL are so well set up in this spot. Thanatos is getting pushed in, mid is getting pushed in, bot is getting pushed in. It's very difficult for them to reclaim space, but at least they do have the Scuttle Crab, so have some vision there, and Blabber and Vulcan still trying to stay present.
Yeah, they're present all right, but they're just going to watch. They move in now, okay. Nice little chunk onto Umti.
Yeah, Blabber gets a little bit of damage down, just kind of fighting over this vision. They do knock down the one ward.
They're taking the bush.
Yep, and Thanatos gets a good chunk as well onto Yon. Umti playing behind him, but Blabber here now to cover. So Yon realizes, you know what, I can't stay around. I'm going to have to pull back. Thanatos would be able to chunk me out. Blabber again finding Umti with the wind becomes lightning. Has been pretty good at sussing out where he is, but Core's now here in the brush as well, and his flash is back and ready. Blabber finally looking like he's going to pull this. They're going in for Thanatos, but Thanatos flashes over the wall, and it could be Umpty that's in trouble because in comes Vulcan, and in comes Blabber. Umpty trying to flash back over the wall, but he's going to get knocked up, and Blabber goes in with the Crescent Guard. In comes Ven with the Killer Instinct. One is down already. They're going to look for the re-engage. Great equalizer, though, across multiple members, and the ulti from APA is pushing everyone in the back, and in goes Jan. Jan trying to get more done, but he's aggroed the grubs, and he's actually dying to them. He's incredibly low. Thanatos going to look for it, going in on APA. The gravity field gets put down. Equalizer obviously has been used. Impact's in the pit. He has no flash. Can they actually get in there and take him out, though? Jan is in the area trying to lay down some defensive fire here. C9 focused on the grubs for now.
What's that robot grub doing back there? Impact is still in there shooting down spears, and he's going to get stunned up. Oh, no, never mind. Just kidding. He's the one with the Victor.
Trying to re-engage. There's the overheat. Impact does go down. In goes Vulcan onto APA. APA gets hit with the wind, becomes lightning, but Blabber says, you know what? We got what we came for. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, they got the robot grub after all. Impact flash.
4-pack. Bonus.
Flash down as well. Yep. All right. Umpty on the backside here. Going to at least try and take away some Raptors. But the #1 rule of playing Vi, well, let's see about his little adventure with Ven first. The #1 rule is you have to track everybody's flash down to the second so that this type of thing doesn't happen. If you ult someone who has flash and they flash you over into a dangerous scenario, then you can have a pretty big punishment there. Then Loki, though, takes a decent amount of burn damage trying to get back out. The Victor ultimate and that Rumble ultimate used there. But then he's able to get a good combo in Jan, and when he does pull his Q back there, Jan's so low that it gets a little bit dangerous for TL. They're poking around the outside, but you know the end of this story with all the grubs here loaded up.
Good fight from Vulcan as well. I believe he was the one that was able to force out the flash from Impact. Impact gets pushed back, and you can see not much of a reaction there. Good fight for Cloud9, but pretty somber in that moment. Jan going to have to flash. Kate actually shift out over the wall. Did get knocked up by Blabber. Maybe interrupting that, or maybe it was down. We didn't really catch the beginning of the play. But Sven now getting the push here. Still close to cashing in on that call. You can see Umpty spotted out on that bottom side, trying to cover for APA here as it's low-key pushing forward. But in goes Vulcan, looking for him. Can't actually connect. Blabber coming in from behind. Going to go in onto APA. APA lets down that gravity field. Arcane Storm comes out. He's putting back some good damage onto him. There goes the Crescent Guard, though, and in comes Ven with the Killer Instinct. CoreJJ trying to get here, but he might not be here in time. Umpty is dead already, and now the teleport coming in here from Thanatos. Impact's getting some damage down on him, but Jan has come back from the base as well. Now Thanatos has arrived. Jan laying down that covering fire. The Shock Blast doesn't quite connect. It'll be C9 on the push here, threatening this tower. Maybe going to be able to knock it down. We'll see if they can quite do it. They have some grubs. They have... yeah, they should be able to get it. They'll be able to get it.
Minions will arrive. They do get their tower here. Able to get the feet. Impact is going to try and trade on top side. There's some bloody roses around up there, but there's no way he's going to be able to catch up and do enough damage to this tower to actually equalize. And Cloud9 stringing together a couple of back-to-back big fights for themselves. That one a really nice pick. Whenever you have Kai'Sa kind of roaming from mid lane, you could tell TL were kind of making the call there.
Yeah.
Hey, it's dangerous. You guys got to really watch out. Kai'Sa could, Killer Instinct on over. They get a little bit too deep and trying to give some damage back. Sven immediately joining allows them to get the upper hand. And just look at the jungle as well. They took the tower and then left behind a whole bunch of wards here, lighting up this Team Liquid jungle. Literally, from like minute 1 of this game, I think Cloud9 have permanently had at least one ward alive in TL territory.
It feels like it for sure. I mean, they've been great at tracking Umpty throughout this entire game, which has really made it difficult for him to find a lot. I also really thought that Blabber was very patient with his Crescent Guard in that last fight. It soaked a lot of damage, but knew he had that in the back pocket to be able to just get out of range of APA, pop that once the cooldowns are down from Umpty, and knowing Umpty wouldn't have enough in the tank to actually just kind of finish him off solo.
Yep. Nice little collapse there, but let's see. Umpty's up to some tricks here. Q's over the back of Dragon Pit to get some deep vision of their own for TL.
Thanatos scrapping, in comes Vulcan, looking for the grand entrance, does connect there onto Impact. Impact has no flash and no way out. He's going to get hammer form knocked back by Thanatos and hammered into the ground. They're pushing up on this top side, going to threaten the tower. They're going to be able to grab the big old scuttle as well. Meanwhile, we do have a push down on bot side, but definitely the bigger rewards being grabbed by C9.
Yeah, Cloud9 going to be able to snowball with this one. That Rift Herald can go mid, topside tower extremely low. They can just do one more minion wave on topside, get that tower, Rift Herald mid tower, get that one as well. Just quickly take down all these outer defenses from TL to snowball the game.
Behind him though, and they're teleporting in. Are they going to be able to find an entrance here? They catch onto Blabber. Blabber going to flash Crescent Guard. Definitely got nervous. Not sure if he had to fully commit to that, but was worried about the play. They do force the flash, but they get the TP, they get the tower top, they get the tower mid. TL trying to get some rewards off the back of this play though.
Yeah, Umpty with the Vi ult available there, looking a little scary. So Blabber says, we got our towers, we got our objectives, we got our goals, and we are out of here. Loki doing the same, using his ult over the wall.
Oh, Umpty's going to go in. He actually finds him with the ulti, but do they have the damage to follow up? Umpty's going to flash forward in onto him. Does hit him with a Vault Breaker. Jan comes in with the laser. Great chase down. Thought he might have gone a bit too far, but Umpty knew his limits on this one. Gets a big kill for Jan.
Yep, gets to hand it over to the Zeri, which they need to be fed. Jan has been so big for TL, but as well in this game on the Zeri is going to be the main one to take over these team fights. Honestly though, actually APA with the Seraph's shield available to him here on the Victor can do a lot of work too. Let's see if Jan, after he gets that solo tower gold on the top side, if TL are just going to keep on pushing and say, you know what, Cloud9, this next dragon spawn in 30 seconds. Looks like they actually want to retake their vision now.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be fighting for that. Thanatos just trying to push this up. You can see Jan going back to base at this point. Sven is sitting on the Kraken Slayer, is working towards his Rage Blade for that second item. And Jan cashed out his call, almost has his second item as well, looking like he is going towards that rapid fire.
Right here, Sven gets the early push on mid, and they're sending APA top with no teleport, so they've made the call. Dragon is yours, Cloud9. We don't want to fight you on this one. We want to continue to farm. We've got a Zeri and a Victor. They feel pretty confident, just trying to get more money on those carries. And with, even with them going into the jungle here, they obviously have Umpty on top side too, so cross map play. Try and get as much as you can, not lose too much.
Yeah, and TL going to be feeling quite good about their scaling here. You have Rumble, Victor, as well as the Zeri. Some powerful scaling over on their side. Cloud9, no slouches. Definitely some strong stuff on their side too. But I do think, with range advantage potentially here, especially sometimes Aurora can be kind of really hit or miss. And I feel like that about Tank Jace too, where you can have those really good fights. And then you can have some where it's very difficult to get involved, where, generally all the carries on TL are kind of pretty consistent. So it makes sense. They're not feeling too pressured. It's only 2 dragons now taken by C9. So they can kind of just chill, farm it out, and look to contest them a little bit later.
Yeah, in my eyes, both teams have a lot of damage. And so it really pivots on, is Aurora Rakan going to be able to make a pick on somebody? Because they've got really good follow-up, with Akaisa. Or is TL going to be able to make their pick first with Core JJ and Umpty both being quite good so far, with soloing out some targets for the rest of their carries to pick up. So definitely will be explosive.
And while there have been quite a few kills here for C9, they have not yet been able to take down APA or Jan, who are coming off of a really strong game last time around. Great Talia performance, great Corki performance. They are both deathless in this one. Jan just kind of spoon-fed that kill up thanks to Umpty. And they're putting themselves in a position to still have a fighting chance here. The carries are farming well, and it's going to be down to execution, as you say. There's so much damage. There's so many squishy targets. The initial portions of these fights will decide so much.
Oh, they're just going to start up the Otacon. They actually can burn through it pretty decently here. Impact is walking his way up. He has his teleport too, though, if he really needs to get here quick.
Yeah, I think they're getting the bad
7K.
news now. Loki split off a little bit from the team as APA is trying to push out. It's down to 4K here. Core JJ's around, but the jungler's not here just yet. They're trying to keep him away. They're trying to burn it down. Will they be able to do so? They do secure it. Blabber grabs the smite. Impact has arrived, but you're fighting into those Otacon GAs. Umpty in the backline is on his Ven. Ven's in some trouble. Great equalizer across multiple members as Jan is going crazy. The first one having to withdraw from the fight is going to be the Zeri. The second is Thanatos, and Jan goes over the wall, and Jan is going to wipe them off the map. What a fight from the TL80 carry. It doesn't show up on the scoreboard, but that was looking like a quadra, if not a penta.
Yeah, they said better late than never. Even if if you're going to not be in time to smite steal this Otacon, it doesn't matter if you win the fight. So you see, they immediately go onto Vulcan. Now no Rakan ultimate burned really early here, and they got so much damage. Impact and Yon just blast Blabber so quickly, and the Rumble ultimate against the wall, well, Yon is just pelting them. So much damage against that wall, and very easy chase for them. So with the nerfs to the Otacon buff, where TL getting 200 gold a pop for killing off those GAs and the bloody petals for themselves, they're pretty happy with the way that one went.
No kidding. I mean, that was fantastic. They're just able to wipe those buffs off immediately. It is still a Cloud9 gold lead here. They did not commit their summoners to that fight, it is worth mentioning, but that equalizer perfectly set up Yon. They put so much pressure in, and Yon just slides in and destroys him.
The Hurricane here, yes, so much AoE right up against the wall. Let's see about the next fight, though, because Cloud9, once again, they're moving in. They have the deeper vision, so TL have to be diligent here. Core JJ doing his best. They've got control wards. They're trying to retake their jungle constantly.
Yep, going to be fighting for that. And still maintaining this slight gold lead here. Thanatos now, Fimbulwinter is fully stacked. You can see 2 items pretty much done almost across the board here. APA lagging a little bit behind, as is Umpty from their counterparts, but still looking strong. And Yon's going to be now off the back of all of those kills. Yeah, they don't show up on the scoreboard, but he still get 200 gold apiece. I think he got at least 4 of them. He's going to be working quickly towards his 3rd item, as Umpty able to punch out to safety.
Yep, escapes with his bounty that he was able to acquire in the form of stealing a Gromp. Dragon is coming up in 50 seconds here, so should rotate him on down to the bottom side. Yep, we'll see if Impact can get another one of those Rumble ults. Ooh, we got the Magic Shred here as well, just picked up for him in time for the team fight. The Bloodletter's Curse here for Impact. Should be able to shred them for APA as well.
Yon keeps getting delayed on his base. They just stopped him 2 or 3 times in a row with Shock Blast with Void Seeker, so he's going to be pretty late coming out for this. The vision definitely going to be controlled by Cloud9. They have push bot. They're getting push mid, or at least trying to, as Ven and the rest of the team do come in.
Okay, they've made the map dark. Gonna force them to check, and they do check.
Yeah, Blabber goes forward, and he finds Umpty, taking a lot of damage on both sides. Umpty barely survives, does get out to safety there with the Vault Breaker, but barely is able to live, and it means Cloud9 now going to be able to grab the Dragon here, move themselves to Soul Point. Umpty's just going to have to go back to base. TL will see, can we get something else? We'll at least get pushed up on top as APA heads there, but tough fight for TL.
Yeah,
over before it really started.
Item breakpoints are really big, but like vision is such a giant advantage too, making them come to check to you, and here we go.
Core potentially in some trouble here. Vulcan going to pop the ulti, CC him up, but it's just traded back by Core. Yon providing that covering fire, and Core JJ does just kind of walk it back to safety there. And it's going to be the Shojin second for Umpty. How are you feeling about that?
Okay, I do kind of, well, he just gets comboed right now.
Blabber, he's going to re-engage. Core has no ulti, and he pops the Crescent Guard, just trying to avoid all this damage from APA, who's tanking up a lot. Loki now coming in. He's behind the team and goes between worlds in onto Yon. Yon getting incredibly low. He bursts him down. He shuts him down. And Loki looking for another, as over on the other side, it's Impact just cooking everyone up. Thanatos flashes out, but can he even survive? He's alive for now, and Loki grabs another kill there. Loki with Vulcan, looking for a potential re-engage, but Vulcan is incredibly low. Thanatos having to go back to base. If he can buy time, though, here comes the teleport in from Thanatos. They're going to look for the delayed 3v2, hitting another spell there. The Whedon connects in onto Impact. Gravity Field laid down by APA. They just want to walk this one out and should be able to do it. Great fight, though, from Loki, taking on Yon in the back line and coming out on top.
Yeah, another close one here. Let's look at the setup. In the chase there, Vulcan got pretty low, and so he couldn't keep it going for them. But here's another look. They went in, they combo on Blabber. Blabber wants to charge out of the stun field so he doesn't take some damage from the Victor ultimate that was used. And then they think, all right, that Victor ultimate is down. Here we go. Loki with the big flank you're talking about in the backside. He shuts down Yon. But look, Impact again roasting with this Rumble. Umpty charged in and set up Impact and APA there to just go clean the rest of them. But then Loki's antics on the backside ends up in a double for him, and Cloud9, they do get the extra kill. They do invest the teleport afterwards for Thanatos to try and get one more, but they still came away +1 here. Oftentimes, a lot of these flashes are going to be the big wins. And if you see, Jan still has his, Loki has his on the Aurora, so some big playmaking here available.
Yeah.
Sometimes these Aurora ultimates just can be devastating. His little flank around the backside. Now they're starting up the Baron. Loki again, he's looking for anyone's. He's looking for Jan right now.
Yeah, they're killing this off very fast. Big chunk onto Jan, but Jan does shoot the laser over, finds out the bad news. The Baron getting incredibly low. In comes Umpty, but Umpty's just going to get C2C'd up, and they're going to burst this down. Core now exposed in the pit. They're going to turn on to him. He pops the ulti, looking for a potential re-engage here. Jan is safe. The Equalizer's going to get dropped across multiple members. Blabber trying to create some space in the front, and Sven in the backline knocks one down, but Jan is going forward, and Jan is trying to take over the fight. It's a shutdown there onto Thanatos. Another false as well. Loki is running as Cloud9 scatter to the winds, and TL are the one doing the blowing. Nicely done, though, on the Killer Instinct. Trying to kite back out. Still can't create the space. Impact grabs him and grabs a killing spree.
Oh my goodness! It happens again. I mean, Cloud9, they get the Baron, and then TL wipe off a bunch of the buffs. Cloud9 are still going to retain a couple of them there, as Vulcan escapes, as Loki escapes, but TL, let's see how much they can push in the aftermath. I guess Loki here with the empowered recall does get back very quickly.
Always going for it between worlds, trying to hit onto Jan, but he realizes, you know what, Core is sitting there on top of him. Vulcan goes in with the engage, but he's going to be knocked over the wall. There's a flash out, but he's going to be knocked down by the twofold Hex. Loki on the chase. He is looking for more. He connects on the weirding. He gets another. Loki is going off for Cloud9, trying to keep him in this game.
Oh, he's doing that all right. 10 stacks on the Dark Seal. He gets even more money to fund him towards this death cap. He's already doing so much damage on this Aurora, the burst damage. Here's another look at it as Vulcan keeps Umpty out of the pit. Core JJ tried to go in to create some room for him, but then TL still want the fight, and Umpty does a good job. He gets in there with the ultimate onto Sven, so they chunk him low, and even though Umpty is the sacrifice here, the chase through as Impact had another good ultimate and allows APA here to cut off the back route, so Sven tries to go out the front side here, ults over Impact, but still not going to be enough distance for him, and TL cut down a couple of those buffs. But the hero of Cloud9, Loki here on the Aurora ultimate, he chunks them, he doesn't rush it, he waits for Vulcan. Vulcan then goes in to get the combo, and he's able to just pop him there with the Q on the pullback, gets the reset, chops for it again, racking up some shutdown money here. The death cap is already done. When we get out of the replay, the death cap is already done for Loki.
Oh, Umpty narrowly avoiding a potential engage there. Loki playing on the side. Impact is on a bit of an angle here, trying to see if he can find a way into that back line. Does have those two items. You can see the Bloodthirster now done for Jan as well. A couple Seekers are armed and ready, but in comes Loki from behind him, goes between worlds, and Jan is just sent to another world. He is gone already. Loki is looking like a god. Sven chases down a second. Umpty is gone. Impact is gone. Cloud9 are here, and they're here to play. APA is going to get knocked down as well, and in goes Blabber trying to chase down the ace. We'll see if they can grab it, but the rest of the Cloud9 members are already on the base.
They're ending the game. They've got a Baron buff over there. They're going to go straight for those Nexus turrets. The rest of the squad is going to run straight through the towers and push us to a big game 3.
Loki finds the angle, snaps his fingers, and knocks Jan out of existence and pushes us to that third and final game. We're going the distance. It's all 6 today here in the LTA.
Wow, what a game.